Good evening, guys. Good evening. Who do I have? How are you? Hmm. Oh, good evening, Abose de Alabi. How are you? How you doing? How have you been? How's your week been? Okay. Today I want to talk about how to live a better life as a woman in your 40s or 50s. Good evening, Stels. How are you doing? Where are you watching from? Where are you joining from? Pardon me today. I look, man, I'm so tired today. Man, I'm doing this live video because, oh, nursing. You have a baby? How about say the, oh my goodness, that's so nice to hear. Wow, congratulations. Today man, I've been through a lot. I've had a very, very funny day, but because there's an obligation that I come live on Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. West African time, I have to show up. And that's why I'm doing this live video. So I might not stay for too long. So but let me not rant. Oh, last December. Oh my goodness. Wow. That's so good to know. So good to know. Stella says, I'm good, ma'am. Watching from the UK. Coach, you always look beautiful to me. Pelem. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Stella, you say the kindest things. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know. Michael Steven Adeleye, 5009. He's watching from Lagos. Okay, thank you, Michael Steven. Okay, so first of all, if you guys have any question, ask me question. I'll answer you because today the Lord is my muzzle, the Lord is my strength. You know, I'm not really I'm doing well by God's grace, But if you guys have any question you want to ask me, please shoot. But I just wanted to give you guys an update from the last week Thursday. I don't know if all of you know my Instagram, what do you call it now? My Instagram account was disabled. That was quite devastating. And then there's another one that I've been asking you guys to follow for a while now, dear Coach Lara underscore. So if you have not followed it on Instagram, please do follow. So that's why I cannot even go live there, because on Instagram you need to have about 1,000 followers for you to be able to go live. So thankfully I have my people on YouTube. Okay, so let's talk tonight. I'm just going to be do a little bit of freestyling, or a lot of freestyling, because I don't have anything. How am I going to say it? Yeah. So first of all, I think I'm going to tell you guys some of the things, some stories of things that have been happening to me, and how I've been able to overcome them. You know, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. Like I said, I remember I was telling somebody that 2025 was a crazy year for me. I called it the Shege year. My eyes saw Shege. I saw Shege Banza in 2025. But thankfully to God, I was still able to maintain my sanity. I was still able to maintain my joy. I was still able to maintain my um what would I call that thing? My ability to dream, my expectations. When people get into problems, when people go through pain, they lose their ability to dream. They don't even ask for, because a lot of things are happening. Yeah, maintain steez, Abby. Yes, so I did. I still maintain steez. A lot of things will be when things are happening to you, bad things, back to back, back to back, back to back. You see, especially women, you see them withdraw. You see people withdraw. You see them, like, I give up. I can't do this again. I need to go and hide somewhere. I need to go and retreat. I need to go and, this is so hurtful. And I'm not saying you shouldn't grieve. Grieving is part of life. Do you understand? It's actually one of the steps to healing. So if you want to, if bad things happen to you, you should grieve, but don't stay too long there. There's a video I made recently. I don't think they posted it. I said depression is part of life. Problems are part of life. Like the day I got a hang on that was the day I knew that I have overcome and conquered depression. Yes, of course, I get tired once in a while. I get like, I beg, I beg. I don't want to deal with anything today or tomorrow. I understand that. I'm human. But that you see me 3 days, 1 week, I am moody about a subject or about an event. I am, all of that is not happening. No. Why? Because number one, you need to know that problems, for you to be great in life, there'll be obstacles. I watched the video. The guy said obstacles are not a problem. Obstacle is the way. Obstacle is the path. I remember watching that video and I'm like, what? I watched it like 15 times. The guy said obstacle is the path. Like a lot of people that you know today that are doing great, that you look up to, that you admire, they have a name, they inspire you. They will tell you how many hurdles that they have crossed, how many obstacles that they have overcome. So, number one, if you want to live a better life, you want to live a fulfilling life, you want to live a good life, you should know that obstacles are part of the journey. Like, just know. I know that you may not know, like me now, I already know that obstacles are part of the journey, but I wasn't prepared for the kind of obstacles I experienced. I didn't know it was going to be that weighty. But even at that, I had to tell myself, shit happens, Lara. So get up and stop moping. What is the next thing? So that acceptance helps me a lot. Instead of, I know a lot of people, men, women too, who just collapses. This is the end. I can't move again. My husband has left me. This thing has happened. And then you just shut down. You can't do that. Why? Because the road is still far. You can't do that. Yes, take a beat, just a little bit time. Like, oh my God, this is so painful, this is so sad. I understand that. But you don't give up or shut down. I see people shut down businesses, careers, dreams because something happened. There's a failure. Or somebody saying, I'm never going to marry again. Why? Because their marriage broke. Or I'm not going to date again. I'm not going to be. Hey, God, oh, help me. I listened to something today. Did I watch something on Instagram where? Oh, okay, yes, I remember now. There's a pastor on Instagram. He's becoming popular now. Pastor Philip Olubaki. He's been talking about. He's a relationship guy. So he's been talking about he wants more men to marry and women. You understand? People should marry, especially people in church, marry each other. So he's been talking about that a lot. So, and truly, people are getting married in his church because he's very serious about it. So he's doing a lot of singles program. He's putting people together. He's matchmaking people together. If you are single, you can go and check his page, Philip Olubaki. I really like the pastor a lot. I really like him. So he's been posting about it. He's been talking seriously about it. You people should go and get married. People should get married. Benefits of marriage. Why people are still single. I really like his message. So, and today he was I think somebody and then he always answers people in the comment section, and he will now post it again. I love that part too. So I used to check his page. I saw it today where somebody said. That pastor, these people, they are stressing me. They don't want to marry. I've been single for about 2 years now. I don't know what I did to God. I've been, doing everything right, and yet there's no marriage. There's pressure in my house. I'm really losing hope and all of that. that I just pray God will help me. The next thing, the pastor came to the comment section and said, "Oh, you are very single, you want God to give you a husband, but your page is locked." Meaning that the pastor has gone. Oh, that man is very funny. Meaning that the pastor has gone to check the page, her page. He said, "But your page is locked. Like, how will anybody find you this way? You are locking your page." You know what locking of page means? Like, you put your page on private. So you are locking your page, and then so you expect people to, how would they reach you? How would they even see you? How would they even see, or because they want to check you out, your pictures, your all of those things, And then another person now replied in the comment section that, pastor, see, this locking page matter. If you know the messages that people send, if you know the messages that these boys sends to the DM, that some of them even send their nudes. Sorry, some of them even send their nudes. Some of them send, unprovoked, and that, is very dirty or something like that. So that's why she locked her page. And I remember the pastor wrote that you delete that person, you delete him and you block him. But that does not mean that you now chase away other people that are good. And that's when I saw that, I'm like, this is so good, because that's what people do. Oh, because one man sent you nude, he's nude, or something, or he spoke to you in a way that you do not like. Because of that, you swear off relationship and say, "I'm done with relationship. I'm done with men. I'm done with women." You can't live like that. That's not how life is. You try again. Is the reason why me, I would have 14 heartbreaks, divorce, and I will still remarry again. It's the reason why. You don't give up on life. Somebody hurts you does not mean that love hurts you. One business, two, three, four, five businesses failed does not mean that business is bad for you or business is not for you. There's something you don't know. There's a knowledge you lack. I always tell people, anytime there's a problem, anytime something is really not adding up, there's a knowledge missing or capacity. There's something missing that you need to go and find. Like maybe there's a message in that thing for you. Oh, maybe there's something you're not doing properly. Maybe there's something you're always missing. Go back and find it, not to now give up on that dream. So if you want to live a better life, you want to have a fulfilling life, you want to have your dream desire, number one, you need to understand and accept that problems or obstacles are part of life. That's number one. And then number two, you need to have joy. You cannot lose your joy. If you lose your joy, you have literally lost your dream. You have lost yourself. That's one thing that will never, no, I don't care what happens to me. Today, let me even gist you guys what happened to me. I was going for an appointment somewhere, and I was driving and I saw cars on normal road, and some cars, passed me and drove on the same road. Me too, I drove on the road. When it got to my turn, I just saw 7 policemen just held me and stopped me and like, this BRT lane. I'm like, what? How? What about those other guys that drove above? They say, before you know it, they drove me to their office. It wasn't funny. I cried my eyes out today. It was so, because I had an appointment, had something to do. They didn't even mind me. Lagos people, Lagos police. I had to go. I was in their office for over 2-3 hours before my husband, came. We had to pay a fine. They even said they were going to take me to mobile courts and all of that. So what helped me, because I made sure I still went for that program. When my husband came, he was like, thankfully he brought his car, so me to have my car. So he was like, okay, so if you want to get out and go home, I said, I'm not going home. I'm going back to that place that I was supposed to have been since 12 o'clock. They have not closed yet, so I'm going there now. It's like, after everything you have been through, we move. That one has passed. That one has passed. But Ordinarily before, I'd be like, oh, my whole day is spoiled. Look at what these people have done to me. I can't even think straight anymore. I can't even, my whole day, oh, I can't. Nope. I still went there. Yeah, I went there later than I should have gone. I got home later. There was more traffic. It's okay. But I still got what I was supposed to go and get, which gave me joy, or even on the long run. So do not lose your joy. That joy, you have to protect your joy jealously. It's something that you have to get on purpose. It's something that you have to work on purpose. Like, I don't even know what that thing can be. I will still laugh. I will still smile because I understand that this event will pass. This event does not define my life. It doesn't define my existence. This event, yes, is a problem right now. It's stressful right now, but it's going to pass. Why? Because I've been through crazy shit in my life and they've all passed. So imagine me allowing all those previous ones take my life or take my joy or take my no. So if you want to live a better life, you must know. I don't care what it is. I don't know how to explain. People will be like, oh, Coach Lara doesn't understand. You've not been through my kind of pain. It's not true. It's not true. The things I go through on a daily, you don't want to know. The things that, you don't want to know. But I understand that joy, if you're a Christian here, is in the Bible, that joy is, what's that scripture say? I think you draw from the well of salvation when you are a joyful person, and that a broken heart dries the spirit. So you cannot, oh, I don't have money, and then because of that you are moody, you are quiet, why? How will the money come? Oh, I'm not married yet. Oh, and then what you should start thinking, this is how I think. When something is not happening, I'm thinking, so what am I missing? What am I supposed to be doing to be able to get this thing? I focus more on the solution than the problem. But people build house on the problems. The more you focus on your problems, the more it magnifies. Trust me. It's the law of attraction, the law of nature. The more you focus on it as a problem, the more it becomes bigger, the more it magnifies. And you can't have that. You can't have that. So joy, number one, you have to accept that problems or obstacles, they are part of your journey. So you need to be emotionally fortified to be able to recover fast and overcome them fast. Number two, joy is a tool for you to get your dreams. No matter what you want to get married, you want to have a baby, you want to get more money, you want a raise in your office, you want career upliftment, you want a business expansion, you cannot afford to be broken. Joy is part of the things that you need to get to that next level, to be able to hold that dream desire. Very, very important. Yes, Stels, accept that problems are part of your journey and problems does not define you. And then number three is gratitude. Oh, people underestimate the power of gratitude. Today, with everything that happened, those police people there, they really messed me up. They didn't even care. Me, I was thinking, Nigerian police, they would, because I'm pregnant, they not send my papa. They not send me, So, but I was just telling myself, at least thank God I have a husband to call. Thank God that he's not, how do I say it now? Thank God is not worse than this. Gratitude is important. It changes your mood immediately. Thank God is not worse than this. Thank God it's not even an accident, it's police. Thank God. And then thank God I was still able to make my trip and still go get what I wanted to get. Thank God for I'm telling you, people underestimate it. People will be like, what would I thank God for? What I really want, I don't have. What you have is more than what you don't have. But people focus only on one thing that they don't have. Meanwhile, there are lots of things that they have. That's how I am. When I was having consistent miscarriages, I wanted to have more children for about 2 years now. Like, by the way, Vicky James, I saw that Vicky James uploaded that she's pregnant. We've all known, anyways, for a while now, but she, and then she did a video, made a video that she said that they prayed or tried for 1 year and then God did it. Then I saw some people comment as regarded that it's not just 1 year. What is she kiniko kiniko? And I'm like, people, what is your business? What's your business? If she has been trying for 1 year or 6 months or 3 months, she wants what she wants. What is your business? Oh, at least she already, like, one of my friend also, a very, very popular friend too. He has a child, he and his wife. They have a baby girl, beautiful girl. But they have been trying to have another baby for years. And there was a day he came on live video, on somebody's live video, and I don't know the question they asked him, and he broke down, he started crying. And he was saying that people will be saying, at least you have a child. Some people don't have a child. Like, what's your business with that? I want what I want. What's your business? Even if I have 6 children and then I want 3 more, that's what I want. You go and want your own. How does my wanting something cancel out your own or affects you? How? You know? So I always don't like when people like try to, yeah, talk down. Yes. Yes, all things work together for good. Stella, thank you so much for that. Abosede says, talking down someone's blessings because it doesn't meet their standard. That's their business. I don't like that at all. I'm like, what's your business? Like that guy that day, he was saying, I know people would say, at least you have a child, go and adopt. I don't want to adopt. They have tried IVF, it has failed a lot of times. He was like, I want a child of my own, from my own loins. And I'm like, so, and last example, there's another lady I follow, Nancy Umi, that's her name. She's Cora Obidi's elder sister. She just had a baby last year or 2 years ago through surrogacy. And so when I was watching, and she had 2 children before, a boy and a girl. So when I was watching her interview too, she said that she had had 7 miscarriages before she decided to go for surrogacy. And that there were hospitals that she went to in this Lagos. And that the doctors would be saying, Madam, calm down. At least you have 2 children before. At least you have 2 children. You have a boy, you have a girl. So if you don't have another child, it's okay. I remember how she was livid. Like, Nigerian doctors, be more educated. Don't talk down on what people want. What is your business? Do you know the plan for our family? Yeah. Do you know? What if we plan that we're going to have, sorry, what if we plan that we're going to have 5 children, we're going to have 6 children? What is your business with that? Don't tell me, oh, you already have 2 children. Now, what are you looking for? That's none of your business. Please, 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 ladies and gentlemen, if this is you, stop doing that. Stop talking down on what people want, people's desires. If somebody tells you, oh, I want to get married, but I want an Oyibo man, it's okay. That's what they want. People want what they want. Don't you go and watch what you want. So when I saw that Nancy's interview, then I'm like, this is my case, because I have 2 kids. I have grown-up children. I have a girl in the university. I have a boy in secondary school, but I still want more babies. So when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, because I remember 2 of my friends have told me, what are you looking for? You just want to stress yourself. What is you have girl, you have boy, grown-up children, what are you looking for? And I'm like, of course I won't say anything. But when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, what's your business? I want what I want. But so when I tried getting pregnant or tried having baby, and then I had 4 miscarriages, I would, no matter how painful, they were painful, let me tell you, painful. You know how it is if you've had a miscarriage before or you've lost a baby before, you know how painful that can be, especially something that you're praying for, something that you are, but I would never, I would tell, after every loss, I will still thank God, because I'll say, maybe this baby is not going to form well. And then God decided to take it away. Maybe this baby is going to have Down syndrome. And God just said, instead of giving her stress, let me just take this baby away, or maybe it's just not yet. I would just thank God. I would even look for things to thank God for. I would tell myself, oh God, I am grateful because at least I'm still able to get pregnant naturally. There are lots of women my age or younger than my age that they couldn't get pregnant naturally without help. You get what I mean? So I would be grateful for that, because that gratitude, when you thank God for something, you are going to get more of it, because what you focus on it expands. But when you're always moping, you're always looking for faults, you're always looking for who is at fault, you're always looking for who to blame, you're always looking for what to blame, you're always cranky. Trust me, your problem is not going anywhere soon. They will be there for a long time to come. You will just be getting more and more problems. That's how life works. So, number one, accept problems. Accept that problems are part of your journey. Yes, thank you, Stella. I'm reading Stella's notes now. Thank you, Stellas. Never lose your joy. Number three, gratitude. Gratitude, gratitude, gratitude. Gratitude is very, very important. Then, before I forget, that I have a new program coming up on February 21st. Every February, I used to do something about love, either finding love after trauma or achieve your married goal plan. So this year, I've decided to do Achieve Your Married Goal Masterclass on February 21st. So if you know anybody that they want to get married, maybe they are been divorced, or they've never been married at all, maybe they are widowed, maybe they've gone through a lot of heartbreaks, whatever it is, please share to them that February 21st, I will be having a masterclass from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. Teaching them how to get married and what I did. For if you, in case you are just joining, you should know that I had 14 heartbreaks, I had a divorce, but now I'm remarried to the glory of God. And that took a lot of work. It wasn't luck. People always say, oh, you're so lucky. No, it's not luck. It's God's blessings, yes, but it's also a lot of work. And I know the things I did. I know how. Let me give you just some tastes or a little bit. When I was ready to get married, I told myself it is time, because prior to that, after my divorce, I had to go off relationship for 3.5 years or 4 years, and then I started working on myself. I went to do more therapy. I went for more programs, more events, to help my mind, because I realized that after going through 14 heartbreaks and a divorce, Lara, there's a problem with you. Something is wrong. There's a reason why these things keep failing, or there's a reason why you keep choosing the wrong people, the wrong set of people. So I took a break to go and work on myself. Some people will say, Coach Lara, I stayed away from relationship for 5 years, but I still dated somebody bad. Because that taking time away, you didn't work on yourself. You just took time away because you are hurt or bitter or something, or you're just salty or something. So you decided to take time away. You didn't work on yourself. Taking time away is not the same as taking time away to go and work on yourself. Me, I took time off and I went to work on myself. That's what I did. So by the time I was ready, I came back. I was telling myself I'm ready. And I would visualize the kind of husband I want. I'll visualize my wedding day. I did it it was so strong. I will visualize my wedding day, the kind of dress I'll be wearing, my rings, that I would visualize it so much that I'll be feeling as though there's something on my left finger, even though there was nothing at the time. I would visualize me pregnant with me and my husband on a trip and our children. I'll visualize us having a family portrait of me getting pregnant, then with my two other children. I'll visualize us going on vacations, and there was no boyfriend at this time. And then not just visualize alone, I was now doing things that was, match my visualization. I started telling myself, I'm going to my husband's house very soon. I started telling all my friends. I'm telling you, I started preparing as though there was a man. And there was no man. If I want to do something, maybe I want to do a project, I'll be planning, no, by this time next year I'll be married, so I will not be able to do this, or I will not be able to wear this. So I stopped, like, how I can't wear this kind of clothes anymore because I'm going to get married soon. Or I can't go to this kind of places anymore because I'm going to get married soon. And I really went out. Let me just tell you, people that would say you have to go out. If you don't go out, how you limit people? It's not true. It's because you are thinking that your relationship should be done, or marriage on the conscious. It's not true. I always tell people that's what my own style is different. That's why my own style is different. I'm not like other relationship coaches that'll give you, okay, forgive, okay, dress well, okay. Mm-mm. It's from the subconscious. I rarely went out because I was always busy. Me that used to have sessions Monday to Sunday, steady. But I knew that I wanted a man, So I met two men, people that would send me DMs. You can imagine. And before you know it, they'll ask for my number, and then we'll be talking. People that are not in Nigeria, they'll come to visit me, and I'll be checking, I'll be choosing this one, this one, this one. Then one day, I went out, and then I met somebody. Meanwhile, I know people that go out every weekend looking for, let me meet a man. They know me shish. Me, if I dare step out. I remember that year I went out twice. One to the beach, one to Future Awards. I met two men on those two occasions that were very, very serious about me. Why? Because the going out is just 5% of the old transaction. It's not the main event. That's what people focus on. Like, I need to go out. I need to go and meet people. I need to join groups. I need to it's not about that. I'm not saying don't do that. But that's just 5%. The 95% is here. And that applies to whatever you need. It's not just marriage. I'm just concentrating or using marriage as an example because I have a program of marriage coming up called Achieve Your Marriage Goal Plan Masterclass on the 21st of February. So it's here. Relationship is done here. If you want to attract anybody, it's done from here. I'm telling you, I carried myself as though I'm a married woman, even though I wasn't married. My house, I had money. My house was smaller. After a while, my house got smaller for me. And I told myself, I should have moved to a bigger house, make it more comfortable. Da, da, da. I told myself, I'm not moving. Anywhere I'm moving to is my husband's house. And that was what happened. Exactly what happened. Then I now started telling myself, I'll move to my husband's house, then I'll convert this place to an office. Exactly that was what happened. And there was no man when I was saying these things. So it's not as if somebody was toasting me. My friends will laugh at me. When they say something, I say, me, I'm getting married soon. They'll be like, to who? This Lara safe. Where is the man? Is this? I beg you. Don't you? They laugh at me. Me too. I'll just laugh back. I'll say, don't worry. You will see him soon. You will meet him soon. And of course it happened. Even when I was dating my husband now, and we broke up at the time, I didn't go crazy. The way girls would do, like, men are scum, relationship is terrible. I didn't do that. I just told myself, maybe it's not the one. Maybe it's not the one for me. And I continued my visualization. Before you know it, he came back. When I was telling him what I was, he was like, So you were the one that summoned me subconsciously. I say, my brother, na so it be. Like, I was still visualizing every day. That was when, especially when he broke up with me, that was when I now started checking wedding dresses, wedding rings, things that looked like the opposite of what I was going through. And which is what I'm trying to tell you guys. If you focus on your reality, you will miss it. Oh, people are calling me, people are stressing me, and that's what you focus on and start thinking about. You're going to miss good things. You have to be able to focus on the life that you desire. Focus. Maybe that's the next point. Focus on the life that you desire, the dream that you desire. Even though you have contrary experience, your reality is contrary to what you're saying, you should not change it. You have to hold that picture steady. That's what I do. I don't care what happens. I don't care how many bad things happen. You see that picture of success? I hold it steady. Same thing was when I was having my miscarriages. That picture of having a healthy baby, I held on to it steady. I will visualize every night before I slept that I was carrying a child beside me and I was breastfeeding. I would literally do my hands like this. That's how. I would literally do my hand as though I'm breastfeeding. I'm telling you, that's how I used to do. That's exactly what I used to do when I was visualizing for a baby and I was having miscarriages. I didn't stop. So you see that ability to be able to focus on the good, even when you are going through the bad, it's a superpower that a lot of people don't have, and you need to go and learn it. You need to have it, my brother, my sister, or else you will become hopeless, and before you know it, you become helpless. Hopelessness leads to helplessness, and before you know it, you are done. Like you start questioning, why is my life like this? Why am I here? What am I doing here? I'm telling you. And when you start spiraling like that, then there's no point. You're going to go down a slope that you may not be able to recover from. So I know how to control my own mind. Whenever it wants to start thinking, I switch it to what I want. What do you really want, ladies and gentlemen? You must have a picture of what you want. And I'm not saying, whatever. If God says, fine. If it doesn't work, fine. That's not what I'm saying. You must have a picture of what you want. This is what I want. Even though it doesn't look like. I read about today, just this night. I saw something, I think it was on Insta blog or something about Ruben Abati's wife. Okay, I think it was, yeah, Ruben Abati's wife. Kike. She's so pretty. I've seen her once. And I knew that she has spoken about that she's divorced or something like that. But now she's saying that this is her third marriage. She was divorced twice. I was so blown away. I'm like, I like people like this. Not because she's divorced twice, but because she can talk about it. I like people like that. I don't like people who like I don't want to talk about my private life. I don't wanna-" she granted an interview. They said her husband too was there at the interview. The Mariah show. I'll go and watch it. I must watch it this night. That she said she's been divorced twice because the first husband she was married to was a secretly great gay man, and she didn't know. The second husband was abusive. So she was just talking about, it was a summary that I read, and I'm like, look at this woman. And I saw her the day I saw her with her kids. So pretty children, very pretty woman too. And she and her husband used to express love on social media. The man, the way he used to shower her, talk about her a lot on his Instagram page is so beautiful to watch. And I'm like, look at somebody like this. But some people too, they are divorced twice or three times or one time like this. Finish. That's the end. No, that's not the end. It's just a bend. It's just a bend. What exactly do you want? People will tell you, and I say it, women say it a lot. Like, I think love is not for me, or relationship is problem, marriage is not true. I always say it's not true. Most people that say that, they want love. They want beautiful and healthy love. What they're afraid of is repeating the same pain. So even if you are going through pain right now, I want you to hold the picture of the life that you want. It is going to happen. Trust me, the reason why you are sad or you are trying to give up is because you have given it a timeline, and that timeline can be deadly. It can make you understand where you say, I have to be married before the end of 2026. There's nothing wrong in goal setting. You understand? Set your goals, do your thing, but don't be rigid on it if it doesn't happen. That's one thing I've learned. That's why they say in the school, we say in the school of the mind, that you have to detach yourself from the outcome. Yes, I want this thing so bad and I'm working towards it. But then if it does not happen the way I expect or the time that I expect, it's still okay. Don't now give up and say, I beg. I wanted to get married last year, it didn't happen. So now I don't really care. Don't do that. Don't do that. I planned to get married when I was ready to get married. I told myself in the next 1 year I'll get married. And I met a man who was actually interested in marriage, in getting married. From the get-go, my husband told me, marriage, I want to marry you. I'm interested in marrying you. From the beginning of, when we started talking. So I was already thinking he's 46 and 36. He still wants more kids. I still want more kids. What are we waiting for? This was around was it February, March of that year? So I was already concluding by December. And then it was COVID year again. So I was like, we don't even need elaborate wedding and all of that, all of that. So by December we'll be married. And it didn't happen. It didn't happen. I thought it would take me 1 year to get married like I wanted, but it took me 3 years. But I still got it. So, but some people, there are people like Coach now, they're I have a 6 months plan for the achieve your marriage goal. They will say, Coach, I wrote a goal last year to get married. So it didn't happen. I think I'm done now. I'm not focusing on it anymore. I beg, I have other things. And I'm like, that's not how to do it. Your problem is that you are leaving everything to focus on one thing. No, you do everything together. You don't do it like a project. That's what people do, projects. Especially we women that are what do we call us now? Strong women, masculine women. You want to do marriage like a project. This year, I'm going to focus on marriage. I'm going to go out more. I'm going to meet people more. I'm going to smile more. I'm going to do this more. By the end of the year, I'll be married by God's grace. That's what we do. And that's not how it's done. So if by the end of that year, they didn't get married, they just lose hope. I'm done. Let me focus on something else. No, bruh. You do everything together. You carry the things together. It's not that you leave one to focus on one. That's not how it's done. Because everything is part of your life. So while you're focusing on your marriage, you're also focusing on your business. While you're focusing on your business, you're also focusing on other things, your health, your, other things so you don't just leave one and say, this year, this is what no. So sometimes that timeline may not work like you want. It's okay. It's still going to happen. Don't get depressed. Don't get disappointed. Us humans, we want things to happen fast, sharp. So we always have deadlines. February 5, March 16, kiniko. I need to pay this money. And then if it doesn't happen on that day, you just collapse. Don't do that. Anytime I have a deadline like that, I do all I can. That's me. You know how, I think it was Kerry Washington that did an interview. She said, you pray. If you want to catch a bus, you pray as if you're not going to do anything else. And then when you finish praying, you run to catch a bus as if you've not prayed. That's what I do. When I want something, if I have a deadline, I will do all I can. I will do everything within my human power to get it done. Yeah, Steve said, true. We all want love. We're just afraid of repetition of past. Exactly. Yes, that's it. So I will do everything. That's me. If I want to do something, I will do everything. I will bring down everything to make sure I do that thing. And then if it doesn't happen, I just tell myself, maybe not today, but it's still going to happen. I don't get depressed. I don't get, I think I even get more excited. Like, that pressure is off me. Whatever should happen now should happen. Whatever wants to happen now should happen. I know how to do that a lot. Like when I try to do something so bad and then it doesn't work, I feel a pressure lifted from me. That's how I am. I just tell myself, well, you've done all you can. So whatever wants to happen should happen now. It's fine. It's good. And I always have this thing. Stella wrote it earlier. Everything works together for my good. I say it all the time, no matter what happens. Like this Instagram disablement now. I told my operations director, I said, what if maybe, I should just, maybe what if them just concentrate more on YouTube? YouTube Google pays money. Instagram doesn't even pay you anyways. When you do a live video on YouTube, you get paid if you have a monetized channel. When you post more videos on YouTube, you get paid. I said, so maybe that's what God or the universe is trying to direct me, that this Instagram said you're not getting enough money. So concentrate on YouTube. That's how I am. I don't fixate. It has to be, because I learned it in emotional intelligence. I was telling my team leads the other day that when something does not go your way, and then you want it so bad, you're fixating on it. It's called authorization in emotional intelligence. And that's how people get stuck. This is what I want. This is how I want it. Yes, do all you can. But if it doesn't happen like that, you're okay. It means that maybe something better is coming. That's how I am. So when you fixate on it, it's called authorization. You are authorizing, and then that's why people get stuck. That's how they get depressed. That's how they get angry. That's how they can't move forward. This is what I want. This is the plan. This is what we agreed on. This It did not happen, bruh. It, improvise. What else? What's the next best thing? That's how me I am. I make plans. I don't joke with my goals. I will work on my goals with everything that I have. But when it doesn't happen, I tell myself, Lara, I think it's time to surrender. Maybe there's something else or something else. Yes, there's another direction that God wants you to go, or how it's going to happen. And that's how I've lived my life. So you have to know that sometimes disappointment or failure is redirection. It's not the end. It doesn't mean you're a failure. It doesn't mean you're a no good. It doesn't mean, what if it's redirection? What if it's redirection? That has always been my story all the time. Just last year, I was talking about making money, 10x your income, and all of that. And I wanted it to happen, but it wasn't working well. I didn't get enough clients. There were things that wasn't happening, and I needed, cash flow to sustain the business. And of course, I found out I got pregnant. And I hear the Holy Spirit tell me in my meditation, I need you to focus, go through this, your pregnancy, go and share the news. That was not my plan. That was never my plan. My plan was that I remember telling my sister, my younger sister, that I'll do like maybe Vicky James, or maybe when the pregnancy is about 9 months, the ninth month, I'll cover it and hide it very well. Thankfully, I don't normally, whenever I'm pregnant, I'm not like a lot of other pregnant women that will be fat, that I don't used to have that. Praise God. So I knew that, I was going to cover it well, by the ninth month, when I know that my EDD is close, or maybe when after I've given birth, then I'll post my pregnancy. That was the plan. But I heard something else, in December. Go and post this pregnancy. It represents hope to some people. Women, especially women in their 40s. That's how I heard it. So, and it was somehow like, what's this? This was not the plan, no, and especially because it doesn't involve only me, it involves my husband, my family, his family. Oh God, but hey, I did it. That's a redirection. But some people, no. That's why if you are not flexible, you cannot walk with the Holy Spirit. One, then you cannot make use of the subconscious. If you're a rigid person, it has to be this or nothing. You will suffer a lot. A lot. You'll be a sad person, a bitter person, because you'll be resentful. I was watching a movie downstairs before I came up, and a guy was talking to his dad. He was complaining, and then the father is like, no, he was talking to his friend. And his friend is like, who pissed in your cup? This, and these Texans, so they have all this their funny slang. Who pissed in your cup? Like, why you this mad? He said, God did. Since morning, I've not had a break. And I was just laughing. Like, can you imagine? Some people are like this. Some people are like this. If you are always fixated, if it is not this, I don't want, you will be a sad person. You'll be bitter, you'll be depressed, you'll be resentful. Because life is not a straight line. Life is not a straight line. And there's a way God created us. He knows the end from the beginning. You did not create yourself, but you have planned out your life. This is how I want it to go, which is not a bad thing. But if it's not going like that, don't resent the world. Don't hate the world. Don't hate people. Don't be like this is the end. No. That's why I always talk about alignment. You have to be aligned. What is in the books for me? What am I supposed to be doing now? Sometimes your goals are not aligned with God's goals or the universe's goal for your life. I've been there a lot of times. So stop awfulizing, stop fixating. All right? Yeah. So if you're single, register for my program. Send an email. You will see the link in the bio. Yeah. To my this YouTube. Oh god, maybe there's a link somewhere. Or there's an email. Just send an email. I know if you check the description box or the bio, there's an email there that you can send a message to, or just come to Instagram on Dear Coach Lara _ and send a DM, that you want to register. So it's the Achieve Your Marriage Goal Masterclass is happening on February 21st from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. West African time. It's for you to prepare you, teach you the subconscious ways, where you can attract instead of chasing the kind of love that you truly desire, and how to get married as soon as possible. All right? Instead of forcing relationships and they're not working out. So, yeah, thank you everybody for joining tonight's live video. I don't know, by this time next week, my Instagram should have been back. But whether it's back or not, please subscribe to this channel. Don't just join for the live and go. Please subscribe. Join me on YouTube Thursdays, 8:30 p.m. West African time, as I always come live and share with you nuggets and tips to help you have your dream life or your dream desire. Thank you so much. Good night, everybody. See you next week. Bye, guys.